Sportsline reporter Lindsey Peterson is live in Provo with more information. Lindsey?
That's right. BYU Athletics and head coach Kalani Sitake came to a contract extension agreement today, extending his contract through the 2023 season, giving him 4 more seasons in Provo. Also, 100 tons of sand are added to the turf to keep it smooth in preparation for the upcoming season. In Provo, for Newsline, I'm Lindsey Peterson. And so hopefully Park City and all these other resorts can get a few more inches, a few more feet of snow, so Utahns can get out on the slopes and enjoy the ski resorts this season. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Lindsey.
There's about a month until the BYU basketball season starts, and BYU basketball has been hit with some bad news. Sophomore forward Gavin Baxter is the latest Cougar to be added to the injured list, along with, I think, Nationals take Game 3, and Nationals are going to win the World Series. If it goes to Game 5, Scherzer is going to be pitching, and he's unstoppable. So, go Nationals. The BYU football fan base is one of the loyalist in college football, but I was curious to see how true blue my fellow BYU Cougars are, so I took to campus to find out. Do you consider yourself a BYU football fan?
Yes. Yeah.
Who is the head coach?
Kalani Sitake.
Sitake, what's his last name? Or is that his last name? Coach Sitake. That's
Tony Dungy.
Mike Smith.
We're gonna say George Clooney. That'd be nice.
Sitake, that guy, that Polynesian dude.
No, I don't know, but he's an Islander.
And who's BYU's quarterback?
Zach Wilson.
Dallin Pepper is an 18-year-old from Spanish Fork and is the world's fittest teen.
Sportsline reporter Lindsey Peterson had a chance to meet with him. Lindsey, how was that?
It was amazing. Dallin Pepper is an amazing kid, and I got to hear all about how he became the world's fittest teen by winning the CrossFit Games for the last 3 years in a row. Dallin Pepper is not your typical teenager.
Oh, I won the 2017, 18, and 19 CrossFit Games, which is like the biggest competition in the world.
That's right. Utah is home to the world's fittest team.
Back rack position, the better, and blink and you'll miss Dallin Pepper's yoke walk.
Dallin began CrossFit about 4 years ago, and it's quickly become his passion.
On average, it's like 3 to 4 hours, and then in the summer when I'm training for the CrossFit Games, it can be 3 to 5 hours.
Dallin has a work ethic beyond any teen or adult or anybody I've ever seen. He works hard.
When Dallin first started CrossFit, he wanted to go to the CrossFit Games in Madison, Wisconsin, but didn't make it.
He had big dreams, and so we're all kind of like, it takes a lot to get there.
But Dallin had a goal for the next year.
His goal was just to make it to the CrossFit Games. And once he made it to the CrossFit Games, he had a couple months of training, and he said, well, I'm going to win the CrossFit Games, and he did.
Dallin is atop the CrossFit world, but he doesn't let it get to his head.
As soon as you get cocky in CrossFit, it'll find a way to humble you.
And as for his future CrossFit goals?
I want to win the CrossFit Games as an adult.
And judging from his work ethic, he's well on his way.
CrossFit will teach you can do anything you set your mind to, and just because something's hard doesn't mean you can't do it.
And Dallin isn't all brawn. He has got brains too. He also wants to double major in business and engineering at Utah State, and then he wants to serve an LDS mission. So he's got a bright future ahead of him.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's fun.
Incredible.
Bratz Burgers, BYU football, and Twitter brought this certain tailgating group together at BYU. I went to hang out with their game day group to see what they are all about. Meet Adrian Jenkins.
I got pickles.
Affectionately known by his Twitter handle, Big Uncle Pooh, to his BYU tailgating community.
This is my 8th season tailgating. Is Utah losing yet? Some people we had met on Twitter and then started tailgating with them. Other people I met in a parking lot and then followed them later on Twitter.
That's right. This group of families met on Twitter and now have become family to each other, all because of food and football.
I've just met some of the best people, like so generous and so kind.
This Twitter tailgating group has become so well known online that special visitors sometimes stop by to eat some of Big Uncle Pooh's famous food.
There's always Uncle Pooh and his group that are here for tailgate. They're the originals, the OGs. I heard that I couldn't miss the burgers tonight, so I came by.
Well, Uncle Pooh welcomes everyone.
Very few times people will come and never show up again.
Just know that this group means serious tailgating business.
So we'll show up at 7, we'll set up the TV so we can watch game day, kind of get our tables and our awnings set up in a form, kind of in a row, and then we'll start cooking breakfast. After breakfast, we'll just watch football all day. And during football, we just cook
So if you are ever looking for something to do on a Saturday, take to Twitter and find Big Uncle Pooh, and you can count on him and his crew to take you in as one of their own. And I have got to tell you, I tried some of the brisket. It was so good. So I think next Saturday, next home game, you'll find me with Big Uncle Pooh.
Did you bring any brisket back? Like,
oh, I should have. We pulled brisket.
where do they tailgate at? In the parking lot across the street?
It's by the north parking lot by like Einstein Brothers, right
okay.
there. So actually, Tom Holmoe gave them a bigger lot. Big Uncle Pooh is really influential in getting a bigger lot for the tailgate crew too.
I gotta go check them out next game.
It's very fun.
That's